Mocho mocho, mocho mocho, malume maninja lapa. Today, we're talking about the ANC coalition. Today, it's going down. So listen very carefully. ANC is funded by the private sector but established on nationalistic views. In other words, before 1994, ANC was talking about taking the land back. After 1994, ANC acts like it never wanted the land. Why? Because they are scared of the private sector. Who is the private sector? Rupert. Obviously, it's not him alone, but rich white people. If you are not super rich or white, you don't qualify. Sorry to my poor white people and black people. Maybe next time. Anyway, I do respect the private sector because it does pay black people thousands and makes millions and billions for rich white people. But let's contest it fairly instead of having an unfair advantage because they gave you a McDonald's franchise. I say my opinion. I don't care. At this stage of the game, we must nationalize. Honestly, the private sector accommodates owners and not the public. Some black people prefer capitalism and I respect that. But how do we get black people inside the market economy? Currently and now, abeko and asiko we market. Especially if you're getting a salary from a white company. Auko we market me bro, you are not in the market. I don't care even if they pay you 50k a month. And I kinda get it, you know. Starting an establishment is not a popcorn. And your newly owned, black owned establishment might fail dismally. But remember, at that white company, you must be on your best behavior to keep that 50k a month. And you better make sure you don't talk about politics or uplifting black people who do not work for white companies. I mean, what can I say? It's the life you chose, and I don't blame you fully. If anyone wants to test my theory, I double dare you, I triple dare you. Walk around any mall or drive around any town. Count the white-owned establishments versus the black-owned establishments. Black people are very, 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 very far behind. You know? The reason why I'm saying this is because I feel like it would be rational for black people to want to nationalize. Let me make an example. Capitalism is like rugby for white people, you know? And nationalism is like dancing for black people, you know? I'ma say it loud and I'ma say it very proud. White people are very good at rugby and they are very good at capitalism, you know? In this context, black people are very good at dancing, but dancing lacks opportunity, so the dancers try to be rugby players. And obviously we can see how that is playing out for the ANC. If you still don't get what I'm saying, I'll make it even simpler for you. The ANC is in a situation like this. They must basically choose a competition for the next 5 years, you know? The first option is a dance competition, the second option is a rugby competition. For white people, if the ANC chooses the dance competition, they are fucked. And for black people, if we choose the rugby competition, some black people think black people are gonna win the rugby competition, but Sia Kolisi might be captain, but white people dominate rugby. Sorry Siyamthanda, otherwise Luthando Mfethu. I get the confusion, because a handful of black people are very good at rugby, including me. And a handful of black people cannot dance, including me. But guys, please, the majority are good at dancing. you know. So at this point, we need radical solutions. I'm not saying white people should leave, but if they would leave, we shouldn't be left hungry and unemployed. In apartheid, white people thrived and survived without black people. So in other words, if they would choose to leave, we should also strive and survive the same way. Currently, the way I'm looking at it in this private sector economy, we cannot live without white people. And I've been having a long day, you know, so I'm done talking. But let me tell you this. The ANC is now in a situation whereby they have to choose. It's either they go back to their old lovers or they get a new wife, you know, with new problems. But I don't wanna lie, this wife does not require lobola or damages. But we shall see what the ANC does.